On this video, I'd like to go over the beginner preparedness list, the final section in this little series. And this is the section where to start. There's going to be 7 topics. I'm going to just kind of give summaries on them. Number 1, it talks about going over and having conversations about some of the previous questions from the question section. And I feel like I went through that pretty thoroughly. Number 2, I think everyone should have some backup batteries in their house, and these automatically come on when they lose power or if there's a brownout and it loses clean power. And I recommend the APC brand. I really like that brand. They have always worked for me. Their warranty policy is fantastic when they break, and they're just really good batteries. I really like the 1500 watt. It's the largest, kind of standard, largest one you can get at, Sam's, Office Depot, Home Depot, those kind of places, Walmart. And it's big enough to run your refrigerator, your Wi-Fi and modem, your television, your entertainment center, and depending on what you're pulling on it, it can run it for a few hours or longer. And then if you have one in each room, which I know that's overkill sometimes, so if you have one in each room for a lamp, that lets each room have a light, and you don't have to do anything. If the power goes off and everyone's kind of up and still doing stuff, but it's dark outside, no one notices because that light just stays on, and it's a really good option. The next thing is gas cans. I've done videos on the NATO green metal Jerry gas can. I still think that's the best one you can get. It's gone up. When I originally bought them, they were like $20. Then they went up to $40, then $50, and I think at one point they were $80. I don't have a clue what they're at now. Yeah, they're really expensive, but if you're wanting to store gasoline for an emergency, I think they're the best thing you can get. I've dropped them, kicked them, they've fallen over. I've dragged one a little bit by hand one time, and they're just rock solid. The welds are awesome. The seal is perfect. There's none of that none of the safety mechanisms from current fuel cans with 2 buttons and a spring that's always going to break. You open the lid, and then it comes with a separate funnel that can mount on the thing when it's closed, and you just push another metal thing down and you pour your gas. There's nothing to pull or press or get poured gasoline on. It's just going to work, and even if the nozzle's not there, it's still going to work great. I think they're just fantastic. When you do that, you want to make sure you put premium fuel in it, because the way that as you store gasoline, it's going to lose it. It basically goes from premium to plus and then regular, and it kind of keeps going down from the octane. And even with Stay-Bill in it, you want to make sure you put premium. That's just my opinion. We have successfully tried, I believe it was 18 months of keeping gasoline stored, and it still worked. We ran it in a generator without any problems. I guess no surprise there. And then ran it in a chainsaw, again, no surprise there. Ran it in cars, and ran in a mid-2000s SUV, and it was noticeable. It used up about twice as much gas as it usually would. I put it in a same thing, early 2000s SUV, and it actually lasted a little better. And then I put it in a very new in our Outback, and it sucked through that pretty quick. It went normally when we use probably a quarter tank of gas to go a certain place we usually go, it did about a little over half a tank. But that being said, it was still gasoline, the car still ran, everything still did great, there were no issues, and it burned great. It just went through quicker because it was a much lower octane. Now, what I say to that is, if you're going to do this as a test, make sure that your majority is premium. That way you're offsetting, your octane levels. So it'll work out better. But if worst case scenario, you've had gasoline sitting for at least 18 months. It will still gas stuff. So if you're having to run to the hospital because everything's already falling apart and you have that one tank of gas left, that one can of gas left, it'll hopefully do something. You just can't drive across the United States with it. The next one, backing up your data and pictures. I feel like I went over that thoroughly. I'm going to do a Drobo video in just a minute for next week, and we'll go over that more in detail. Each person in the family should know knife safety and how to use a flashlight. I went over that in the last video also. Clear space in the house that is climate controlled to store your water and emergency supplies. You don't want it sitting out, going from, if you're in a really cold environment, going from freezing to, summertime, or if you're in the south, you don't want it going from, cold for us to, crazy hot and humid and stuff. You want to have something that's pretty consistent. And then training. You can have as much stuff in the world as you want, and everyone has gone over this everywhere, but training is crucial. And this is the training I think is the most important. First aid, CPR, choking, and tourniquet use. I really hope this information was helpful. There are ample places to go online for more stuff. FEMA again has forms upon forms. The Survivalist Prepper website has an awesome list you can get that's really nice, colorful, and has all kinds of stuff on there. And then Prepper Recon again, he has a really good list. And all those are free. All those things I just listed are completely free. And you need to start somewhere, and you need to be on the same page with everyone in your household when you do it, and that way if something does happen, everyone knows what to do. And I just hope that across the whole planet that this helps somebody in an emergency, because political views, whatever that might be for you, things are getting worse, natural and man-made. And I think it is really important that you are as prepared as possible for both of those contingencies. Thank you for watching.